Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they went, ooh. Grooving. Yes, when we're grooving. Yeah. Well, hello, everybody. Hey, let's walk right over here, right from the start. Move this camera over so you can see me a little better, huh? There you go. Now I'm back. Because it's all about me. No, it's not all about me. It's also about the Mayor Cam. Say hello, Marilee. All right. Let's get you mic'd up real good. You want to say hello to us again? Make sure you're all right.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I want Liz to know that I brought her angel again.
Oh, very good. Very good.
She's a kind of a creepy angel, but...
Thank you. All right. And... It's Sweet Soul Sundays at 6. Thank you for joining me. Last week we had the great pleasure of It's a Shame, singing songs by the Spinners, songs like Hey y'all, prepare yourself. Oops. Hey y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you'll never heard a sound like the rubber band. Man. Well, I like that. Thank you.
Now.
Yeah. All right. And this week, our subject is one of the sweetest of soulful voices ever. A man who was a trailblazer, not just as an artist, but as a social conscience, as a man who was an incredible songwriter. And we don't even, I think one of the biggest surprises I got when I was going through the catalog was finding out just how many of his songs he had written. That's right. Tonight, the great Sam Cooke is the subject of our Sweet Soul Sunday look. And as always, we're going to be mixing in some of the songs that I write and some of the soulful material that has that managed to come out of me and end up in the ears of some artists and some fans alike, I hope. But we're going to start with Sam Cooke back at the original. Now, Sam Cooke was known as back at the start, back with his original songs, his original release records. Easy for me to say. Let's try it this way. So Sam, when you look back to around 1959 was when Sam Cooke first hit the scene. And he was on a little label called Keen Records before he became to be the star he was on RCA Victor Records. And Sam hooked up with a producer by the name of Bumps Blackwell, and it was a record that kicked off his career that, oddly enough, it went to number 30 on the pop charts in America, number 15 on the R&B charts, but it was re-recorded by a guy named Craig Douglas in England and went to the top of the charts over there, went to number 1. And all these confluence of events got Sam Cooke his first real notice. And the first of many songs that he was to write for himself. Now you're going to find throughout our Sam Cooke evening tonight, you're going to hear bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Right, Marilee? A lot of those songs are very close, but just little differences we're going to try and make shine as the night goes on. This one pretty doggone innocent. She's only 16, only 16. I loved her so. She was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. We'd laugh and we'd sing and do little things that made my heart glow. But she was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. Why did I give my heart so fast? It'll never happen again. I was a mere lad of 16. I've aged a year since then. She was only 16, with eyes that would glow. She was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. Do funny things make my heart sing, made my heart glow. She was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. Why did I give my heart so fast? That'll never happen again. I was a mere lad of 16. I've aged a year since then. Only 16, with eyes that would glow. She was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. Yeah, she was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. And what do you know? Off and running was Sam Cooke's career. And he was going to have a bunch of hit records as the years went on, including records that really spoke to the time that he was part of. When Sam Cooke first emerged, the big dance craze sweeping America, believe it or not, was a long ways from what's going on TikTok today. Difference is when I jump like this, between me and this show on TikTok, my clothes don't change when I go like that. It's, the TikTok fans will get that. So at any rate, Sam's next song was all about the big dance craze that was facing America, yeah, that America was facing down. Yes, it was the cha-cha-cha. And you know, Marilyn, you know who's a big Sam Cooke fan? Some of the great singers, and we want you, as you listen to these songs, to recognize the influence that Sam Cooke has had on generations of singers. For you rock and roll fans, you make me weak. I wanna die just when we said we tried loving, touching, squeezing each other. No question, Steve Perry would never have sung the way he did without Sam Cooke. You can hear a lot of Sam's influence in Steve Perry, in Donny Hathaway's work. In this guy named Brook Benton at the time had this very low voice, and Sam recorded a couple of Brook Benton's tunes, and they kind of interchanged ideas a little bit. But this particular song, let's see, it was his last record. Next sort of, it's kind of a tricky thing we'll tell you about with the next song, but it was his next to last record on Keane Records. And Bumps Blackwell was once again at the helm.
I have some information.
Yes, you do, and what would that be?
Well, Chris Morgan said that Bumps Blackwell is from Seattle. Now, I never heard that, but he went to the University of Washington, and he also produced Little Richard.
Well, this is why I love some of the fans who, I love all the fans who tune in, but I love it when you chime in. So Bumps Blackwell is a Seattle boy. See Seattle? Seattle had some game.
I never heard that.
Ray Charles, Quincy Jones, Mary Lee Rush, all kinds of people from Seattle. So Bumps Blackwell, and that would have made sense that he would have produced Little Richard. So this is a song that, like I said, Bumps did for Sam Cooke, and it's called Everybody Loves the Cha-Cha-Cha. See how quick it is? I'm back.
Okay.
Everybody loves the cha-cha-cha. Little children love the cha-cha-cha. They love the cha-cha-cha. They love the cha-cha-cha. Everybody loves the cha-cha-cha. I want to send this one out to Lalo, Marilyn, just in case Lalo is with us tonight. I wish he were here to sing this. Took my baby to the hop last night. But to my surprise, when we got there, she hit me with the news right between the eyes. She said she couldn't do the cha-cha-cha. Said she couldn't do the cha-cha-cha. She couldn't cha-cha-cha. She couldn't cha-cha-cha. Oh, my baby couldn't cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha break. Told her not to worry. I told her not to worry. They'd play some other dance. When we sat there for an hour and a half and we never got the chance. Every song they played was cha-cha-cha. Oh, every song they played was cha-cha-cha. Tom Dooley cha-cha-cha. T for two cha-cha-cha. Every number was a cha-cha-cha. Well, yeah. I told her that one thing we can do, baby, let me know. Take what you can by the hand. I'm gonna teach this dance to you. Two cha-cha-cha, 1, 2 cha-cha-cha. Now my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. That's the right now, then cross now. Well, I taught my baby how to cha-cha-cha. We kept on dancing, and was surprised, for you see, after we'd been doing it a little while, my baby did it better than me. Oh, my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. Oh, she loves to do the cha-cha-cha. She loves the cha-cha-cha. She loves the cha-cha-cha. Yeah, my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. Sing it. Now my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. Oh, my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. She loves the cha-cha-cha. She loves the cha-cha-cha. Oh, my baby loves the cha-cha-cha. You'd be surprised how tricky that little tune is. Just these little things in there. Well, let's check the YouTube feed. Mel Weipert is here.
Woo!
Mel says they used to do the cha-cha to Santana's Oye Como Va in dance class. Feliz, oye como va. Feliz. Stephanie is here with us.
Steve Tangi says, oh, I got to find it. He says, Mariners walk it off. You can't go undefeated unless you win game 1.
Who says this?
Steve Tangi.
Oh, well, I guess that he's referring to today's spring training game.
I think he said he's a Pepper.
That's right, he is a Pepper. And thank you, Steve, for your generosity. It's greatly appreciated. So as we move on in Sam Cooke's career, we're going to talk about the transition that happened between Keene Records and Sam signing at RCA Victor. And this is kind of going to wrap up our first segment of Sam Cooke tunes. This song, redone by a host of people. James Taylor has a wonderful version of this. And believe it or not, Marilee, you will never guess what two founding fathers of the L.A. rock and roll business were co-writers on this song. Now, Sam redid the lyrics to kind of focus on education, so he gets a writer's credit, but believe it or not, Lou Adler was a co-writer on this song, and if I was to say, Da-da-da-da-da-da. The great, the amazing, the immensely talented, and uh, enormously influential Herb Alpert was a co-writer on this record, Marilee.
Oh.
Yes, that you like that, huh? Now, this was recorded in 1959, but it was released in 1960 because Sam had gone to RCA Victor and signed over there. So the folks there at Keene Records, I would imagine Bumps Blackwell would have produced this record, but it was also arranged by a cat named Belford Hendricks. And Belford Hendricks's relationship with Sam Cooke would go on for years and years. He would do the arranging on Cupid and a number of songs. There was a point at which Renee Hall, Sam's guitar player, did a little bit of the arranging. But Belford Hendricks was responsible for the arrangements on a lot of records. So we're going to do this one for you. And this is quintessential Sam Cooke. He kind of slowed his groove down for this one. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about science books. Don't remember none of French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slider rule is for. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this could be. I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. Maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about science books. Don't remember none of French I took. But I do know that I love you. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world it could be. I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. Maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Oh, don't know much about algebra, but I know what a slide rule is for. Don't know much about geography, but I know me some anatomy. And I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world. Whoa, wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world this could be. And then it's off to RCA Victor Records for Sam Cooke in early 1960. But we're going to take a second and kind of break up a little bit of his career. Everybody get something cold to drink. We got a little, I'm going with the hot tea tonight. Don't worry, Steve Tanky, the pepper will emerge. You know why there's so many accidents, Marilee? So many accidents out there because these these Go Cups. They always, let me see if I can get you, why aren't you in the picture there, Mare? Well, we'll turn it up and I'll hit a few more buttons and see what we got.
That's not me.
Yeah, well, here, that's you. We'll just do it that way. Those Go Cups you give me here, it pours right before it hits your lip. Just goes, no one of those, so many accidents out there in the morning. All right, don't worry. We'll be getting the key cam in on here a little while. All right, the banner's on the screen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, especially you folks who are watching on Facebook. It would be really great if you could just take a little trip over to YouTube, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell that's on there. That's for notifications, so you can find out when the shows are and what's going on. Hey, Barb Evans in the house. Josh Fisher.
Aww.
Hey, Chris. Nice to have you with it. It is Jono's birthday. John O'Connor. Ramble on. Ramble on. John O'Connor, wherever you are tonight, happy birthday to you.
I just texted him to tell him to tune in.
Cool.
Great rock drummer. Great Seattle rock drummer with Child.
Great drummer, period. But when he's rocking it, he is...
married to my dear, dear friend, Gloria.
So, Marilee, I was thinking about what songs of mine to include tonight, and I thought tonight I would bring out one that I haven't done on any of the shows yet, and kind of a smooth groove, so the perfect thing to go with our Sam Cooke evening. This is a Billy Mack song called Say You Want Me To. That's the count. I believe in this life. There comes a special moment. I think that moment's here with you, my darling. I could never have dreamed I would love someone so completely. If it's a dream, then it's come true. Oh, you got me thinking, my love, your love, pure love, baby, for sure love. Darling, so say you want me to. Come on and say you can. Say you want me to. See, I'll be there. Some say falling in love only happens from desperation. Then let them say I'm a desperate man, my darling. I'm falling for you was a moment of inspiration. Your kiss is where this all began, and still you got me thinking, my love, your love, your love, oh darling, for sure love, baby, so say you want me to. Come on, girl. Say say that you can. Say you want me to. I'll be there. Now I'm finally alone with you. We both know what we want to do. But before I make love to you, let me know that you'll see it through and say you want me to. I say you, won't you say that you can? Say you want me to. Darling, said I'll be there. Yeah. Say you want me to. Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. Yeah. Here comes the theme song again if I don't press that button. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons to press here. Hey, I guess they're getting a call over there on the Merrimere cam. Is that?
Yeah, it was a telemarketer from New Orleans.
Oh, well, good. All right, we're going to let Merrimere find the ringer button. And between now and then, we go back to surely one of my favorite Sam Cooke records. Now, this record, there are just certain records in your life that when you hear them, they just grab you. And this one, for some reason, got me. Now, as we mentioned, Wonderful World was released in 1960, even though it was recorded in 1959, because when Sam went from Keane Records to RCA and released his first tune, all the folks at Keane kind of waited and almost simultaneously released Wonderful World when Sam Cooke's first record on RCA came out, and this was a big record. It was number 2 on the Hot 100 charts. It was number 2 on the Billboard R&B charts. And this was written by Sam Cooke himself with Charles Cooke Jr. I do not know if they're any relation or not. Maybe Chris Morgan can find that out for us down there in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And this was one of the records Sam would be splitting his career then with RCA between New York and Los Angeles. So this was cut in the one of the legendary studios, RCA number 1 in New York City, and it began a long and very fruitful collaboration between Hugo Peretti and Luigi Creatore. Hugo and Luigi, as they referred to themselves, they became Sam Cooke's producers. And as we mentioned, along with Belford Hendricks arranging some of the tunes, Hugo and Luigi just produced a string of hits on Sam Cooke. Beginning with this one. Man, I love this record. Don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang? That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're singing. Well, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang? That's the sound of the men working on a chain gang. Oh, all day long they work so hard till the sun is going down, working on the highways and the byways and for every frown. See them moaning their lives away. That's when you hear somebody say, "Did you know that's the sound of the man working on a chain?" Yeah, yeah, come on, man. That's the sound of the man working on a chain. Gang all day long and singing, oh, I'm going home one of these days. I'm going home, see my woman, love so dear. Meanwhile, I gotta sit right here. Now, my parents had played the tar out of Mills Brothers records my whole youth, and some Platters. So I was very familiar with the idea of smooth singers like Harry Mills, Donald Mills. So it was this part of this song that kind of changed me, I guess. When he go, give me water, I'm thirsty, my work is so hard. I'm going home one of these days. I'm going home, see my woman, my love so dear. Meanwhile, I gotta work right here. That's the sound of the man working on a chain. Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of the man working on a chain. Yeah, I got to do it again, Marilyn. Whoa, my work is so hard. Go ahead, you guys sing. I'm going home, see my woman, my love so dear. Meanwhile, I gotta stay right here. That's the sound of the man working on a chain. Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. Yeah, that one phrase there. See my woman, whom I love so dear. Meanwhile, I gotta stay right here. Oh man, as I just...
You're throwing rocks.
Well, I don't know about that. But Sam Cooke just made such an impression on me. And his career was in full bloom at that point. And off he would go with a string of records at RCA. The next one, you'd kind of be surprised that this only reached number 17, I believe, on the Billboard charts. And it also reached number 20 on the R&B charts. Because it certainly stuck around for a long, long time. And it marks the first hit record that Sam wrote that Sam recorded out in Hollywood at the fairly recent, I think it was, RCA studio, the new one out in L.A. And this song was originally written for a girl who had appeared on the Perry Como show. Now, I'm not sure whether they didn't care for her recording as much as, let's say, they just heard Sam sing it, and, you know, it's still true today. No matter who's singing it, if Sam cuts it, people are going to want to hear Sam's version of it. But it was a big record for him, and for Hugo and Luigi at the controls once again. Once again in that slow groove, 1961. Somebody say, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me singing, Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Oh, you don't wanna bother you, but I'm in distress. There's danger of me losing all of my happiness. For I love a girl who doesn't know I exist. Oh, and this you can fix. Oh, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Right here you get to go. Nobody but me singing Cupid. Will you please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Now, Cupid, if your arrow makes her love strong for me, I promise I will love her until eternity. I know between the two of us, her heart we can steal. Help me if you will. So, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Everybody, nobody but me singing Cupid. Please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Oh, we gotta do it. Oh, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Say, Cupid, will you please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart, straight to my lover's heart for me. You know, that is one of those subtle little songs that makes you so glad. Well, it certainly made me so glad my whole life that I've been a singer, because just getting to sing that song, you know, and for those of you who notice, you know, there's so many little things in that record that Sam does that, you know, marked his style. The nobody but me, Cupid. The way Sam not only just did all those licks like, and let your arrow fly, he would so smoothly segue them together. Straight to my lover's heart for me, nobody but me. Oh, man, just smooth, the essence of smooth. And along came, you know, the cha-cha-cha wasn't going to last forever. The curses of most dances, fortunately, disappear after a brief tenure. How you doing over there, Mary? Let's check and see if we got you. We got you.
1024. Steve Tenji said that he's watching on Facebook and 3 IDs of YouTube.
Well, excellent.
You have filled his room.
Excellent. And subscribe on all 3 times. What the heck?
So, Chris Morrison says, bravo.
There you go, Steve. The Dr. Pepper came out just for you. Okay, so the cha-cha-cha wasn't going to last forever, and along came the dance that I think it's pretty often featured in the show Mad Men, the advertising executive series. The twist became so popular that this actually became hip. They actually sold a thing that was kind of like a Lazy Susan, a twist board that you could stand on, and it moved back and forth. I think that was.
It's a twister.
No, Twister was a game that you played after you got her really drunk. So along came all the Twist records, and Sam Cooke had one of the all-time greats. So we're going to take a second here. Oh, let me tell you about a place somewhere up in New York way, where the people are so gay, twisting the night away. Here they have a lot of fun, oh, putting trouble on the run. Here you find the old and young, twisting the night away. Oh, twisting, twisting. Everybody's doing great, twisting, oh, twisting, twisting the night away. Here's a man in evening clothes. How we got it, nobody knows. Man, you want to see him go, twisting the night away. Dancing with the chicken slacks. Move your body up and back. Oh, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. Oh, twisting, twisting. Everybody's doing great. Twisting, oh, twisting, twisting the night away. Everybody move up. Everybody move back. Up now to the left. Oh, twisting the night away. Here's a fella in blue jeans, dancing with the older queen. Man, they really make a scene, twisting the night away. Oh, you wanna see him go, dancing to the rock and roll. Here you find the young and old, twisting the night away. Come on, twisting, twisting. Everybody's doing great, twisting, oh, twisting, twisting the night away. Twisting, twisting. Everybody's doing great, twisting, oh, twisting, twisting the night. One more time, they twisting the night away, twisting the night away. And there you go, you know, even in those up-tempo dance tunes, there's Sam Cooke with his, man, you ought to see them go, twisting the night away. And I'll keep pointing this out because these licks that Sam Cooke sang became a part of every singer's arsenal, every singer's playbook that they could throw things into. And am I right there, Mare?
I don't have a lick.
You don't have a what?
I don't have a lick.
You got a ton of them.
You got a lick.
Well, Sam Cooke got a ton of them. If I have some, it's partly because Sam taught us all. He schooled us all. So, those were the days, of course, of records having A-sides and B-sides, the days of 45s. And what do you know? Every now and then, a DJ would decide, particularly because he liked a certain artist, that he would listen to the B-side. And occasionally, they'd play the B-side if they liked it enough. And occasionally, that B-side would be forever remembered. And that's the case with a couple of Sam Cooke records, as we're going to find out as the evening goes on. And this is certainly one of them. Now this song, believe it or not, this song was a B-side of a 45. Let's go here. Let's get this kind of piano. You send me, darling, you send me, baby, you send me, honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Now I'm going to give you a little extra bonus for tuning in tonight, folks, and that is simply this. I am going to teach you how to sing like Sam Cooke. Think I should do that, Marilyn?
No.
Did you not get the show notes? You know, you're supposed to help. You're supposed to say yes. That's a great idea, Billy Mack.
That's a great idea.
All right,
Everybody can do this.
We're going to try that again. All right, I'm going to teach you how to sing like Sam Cooke. You think that's a good idea, Marilyn?
Oh, yes.
I was hoping you'd say no again because that would have been funnier, but that's all right. Sam Cooke lick number 1. Now, you've already heard being a student, but I'm trying to be. Licks like that. That was a little high key there. But anyway, your Sam Cooke lick number 1. If you can master this lick, you can make your friends believe that you can sing like Sam Cooke. And the lick goes like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me hear that.
Whoa. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Well, way to bring the parody there. All right, for the folks at home.
I'm so snide.
Yes, you are. For the folks at home. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me hear you. Very good, very good. One more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. And where you want to put that lick is right after honest you do, honest you do. Then you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that's how I want you to do it at home. And we're going to take it back to the top. You send me. I know that you send me. Darling, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you. Oh, 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 you thrill me, darling. You thrill me. Oh, you thrill me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. At first I thought it was an inflammation. Oh, it's lasted so long. Now I find myself wanting, here it comes, wanting to marry you and take you home. Whoa, you send me. Now here you want to add Sam Cooke lick number 2, all right? Which is, I know, try it. I know that. All right, ready? Here we go. Whoa, you thrill me. I know that you, darling, you thrill me. Whoa, you thrill me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. At first I thought it was incarceration, but oh, it's lasted, here you go, so long now. I find myself wanting to marry you and take you home. Here we go. Whoa, come on. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, you. I know that you, darling, you send me. Aretha changes. Baby, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do. Here it comes. Whoa, 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 whoa. You send me.
Whoa.
Man, is that cool or what? I mean, that lick, that, and to think that that was a B-side of a record. Man, that is just.
Say hi to Christopher Derrick.
Christopher Derrick, Chris, your mom's birthday is coming up this week. I celebrate it every year because the world got a whole lot better on that day, no question about it. So for the.
He invited his friends too.
Oh, cool. Well, tell you what, it is Sunday, and so we shouldn't let Sunday by without doing at least one gospel tune. So in salute to Chris and Rob and Jason, and of course to the spectacular Vicki Derrick, I'm going to sing one of her favorite songs. This is a song that I wrote. Actually, I originally wrote it for Al Green, and you know, I just have no way to go down to Al's house and play it for him. But I used to throw this in my nightclub act, and people would go, "What the world is going on?" And then one night, this woman's in the audience, happened to be Vicki Derrick. And she moves from the back to the middle to the front, and as I take a break and go by her table, she grabs my sleeve, and she goes, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "If I shake your family tree, will Kunta Kinte fall out?" I'll laugh about it for the rest of my life. And the conversation that ensued, Vicki said, you know, it might not have been that night, but in one of our first conversations, she said, "You are going to sing at my church." I said, "No, I'm not." She said, "Yes, you are," and one of us was right. And it turned out to be her. And for, what was it, Marilyn, better part of 2 years, I took a 9 a.m. ferry on Sunday mornings. I'd get out of the nightclubs at 2 a.m., drive an hour to get home, and it was an hour to get to the ferry, and then another hour to get over there on Bainbridge Island at Vicki Derrick's Unity Church, and that led to the Joy Cathedral. So for you friends of Chris who were lucky enough to know his mother, she was incredible, and if you weren't lucky enough, then I'm here to tell you. So here we go. This is a song I played that night that convinced her that we were supposed to meet. I guess. I don't know. We were supposed to meet, so it's cool either way. wrote this with my dear friend, Mr. Walter Carter Jr., down in Nashville, Tennessee. Originally written for Shirley Caesar, the first lady of gospel music. And I think it would have been a smash, but at the last minute they wanted the publishing. I don't worry, I don't fear. Got one friend who is always near. Michael Vandermeer. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, I can feel His hand on me. I might make some wrong turns in this life, always make them turn out right. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. In the darkness, in the night, I am guided by a mighty light. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, I feel His hand on me. I might make some wrong turns in this life, always make them turn out right. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Yeah. Might be stranded, some unknown time, might be broken, with my car broken down, no surrounded by strangers, no stranger will I be. I got one friend who's always there with me, so I don't worry, I don't fear. Got one friend who is always there. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Wherever I go, I'm gonna feel His hand on me. I might make some wrong turns in this life, always make them turn out right. Wherever I go, my God goes with me. Come on, piano. I might be stranded, some unknown time, might be broke, with my car broken down, no surrounded by strangers. No stranger will I be. I got one friend who is always there with me. I don't worry, I don't fear. Got one friend who is always there. Wherever I go, my God goes. Ever I go, yeah, yeah. Ever I go, my God goes with me, yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Chris.
Hallelujah.
I really do appreciate it. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Vandermeer's here.
Hi, Mikey.
I want to thank Vandermeer for and my friend Dwayne for telling me what to do about my arm because I had my first shot yesterday,
Yeah.
and I want to pass this on because I did not have a sore arm because I did this and I did wall push-ups.
Rubbing a tug.
Anyway, I did not suffer from the sore arm. And I encourage everybody to do that. Because you'll start feeling it sore, and you just start doing that and wall push-ups, and it'll take care of it.
Well, there's the report from the Joy Television Network medical desk.
I'm here to help.
Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes. And I can take or leave it if I please. All right, so going back to Sam Cooke. Gosh, a bunch of people have re-recorded this record. And it's another one of those typical Sam Cooke tunes. I'm getting my notes out for this one.
Michael McKinnon is here.
Mike M. McKinnon, how you doing, brother? Only about a month now till the baseball season starts.
Susie Mays Nicholson says, felt like I was behind the bar on a Saturday, but woke up on a Sunday at church.
Oh, how nice. Stephanie Hinton remembers me as showing up at the Unity Church in Bellevue. I remember one of the occasions, one of my first appearances there, actually my second appearance there, getting ready to start, and the minister comes up, woman, she looks at me and she says, you know, every time I see you, you look like you just got out of bed. I said, I probably did. She said, I mean with someone. It's kind of an odd thing for the minister to tell you just before you went on. Anyway, we're going to Sam Cooke's 1962 hit, once again, Hugo and Luigi. I just love saying their names. Hugo Peretti and Luigi Creatore. And once again, Sam Cooke wrote this song. All these songs that we associate with Sam Cooke. This one, of course, recorded at RCA Studio #1. It was a top 10 hit on the R&B charts for Sam. Number 17 on the Billboard charts. And he's talking about exactly what we're doing tonight. Having a party, dancing to the music, played by the DJ on the radio. Cokes are in the icebox, popcorn's on the table. Me and my baby out here on the floor. So Mr. DJ, keep those records playing, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby. Everybody's swinging, Sally's doing the twist now. If you take requests, I got a few for you. Play that song called Soul Twist. Play that one called I Know. Don't forget the mashed potatoes. No other song will do. So let me tell you, Mr. DJ, keep those records playing. We're having such a good time dancing with my baby, having a party. Everybody swinging, dancing to the music on the radio. back to the top. I like the part. Cokes are in the icebox. Popcorn on the table. Me and my baby out here on the floor. So, hey, Mr. DJ, keep those records playing. I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby, Mr. DJ. Keep the records playing, having such a good time dancing with my baby, dancing with my baby. Oh, the radio, such a good time dancing with my baby. Oh yeah, you know, it's so sweet and so simple, yet that signature on, let's go back to before the modulation. On the radio, oh, that note, road. There's that Sam Cooke note that just made such a difference in everything he did. But we talk about B-sides. The B-side to that record, and this was where Renee Hall, the guitar player for Sam Cooke, got the chance to do the arranging. It was recorded out at in Los Angeles at RCA Studio #1. Went number 13 on the pop charts, but number 2 on the R&B charts, which was certainly where it was at that time. And once again, here's a legendary tune. That got its shot because some DJ somewhere decided, I'm going to play this tune. Man, growing up in New Orleans, every band played this tune. You didn't know this tune? If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll give you diamonds, jewelry too. And that ain't all I do for you. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry. I know I laugh when you laugh, but now I know I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's check it out. Girl, if you ever change your mind about leaving my behind, oh, give it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Man, and when you think we never would have heard that record had not some DJ somewhere decided they were going to give it a spin, as they would say. Remember that record, don't you, Marilee?
I lived with it.
Yeah. Well, we go on to 1963. Things were scurrying by for Sam Cooke in ways that none of us can anticipate. But he had a #1 hit on the R&B charts with this one, and top 10 on the pop charts. Recorded in 1963 on RCA Victor. Once again, Hugo and Luigi at the Realms. And once again, Sam Cooke was the writer. And I don't think a lot of people knew that. It's been re-recorded a bunch of times. Gosh, sorry, I've just blanked on the former Cat Stevens' last name, Yusef. I'm sure somebody out there will help me out with that. So this song was actually written by Sam when he was staying in London, and he happened to stay at a hotel that did not allow female visitors. So he was sitting in his hotel room, and he wrote this song. Oh, another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Got in town a month ago. Seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet 'em, I could get 'em. 'Cause yet I haven't met 'em. That's why I'm in the shape I'm in. Oh, another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I heard a fella tell me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she bore a strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Oh, another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. All night on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to leave this town. Say another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful Saturday night, ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful, hey, I'm in an awful, oh, I'm in an awful way. Yeah. All right, the marketing department has checked in, and they want me to make sure I put something on the screen. There it is. If you want to help out, and so many people have been so incredibly generous, they have become everyone appreciated. I mean, you have no idea how these gestures add up, and they've kept this thing going now for quite a few months. We're now up to 2 shows a night. Without giving you the long explanation, it has to do with the devices that I have to use to broadcast up to the internet, because Alexander Bell's nephew installed my telephone lines. So if I was using my telephone lines, you would be, yes, getting a broadcast, something like that. So let's check in with the chats. Marilyn, anybody you want to say hi to?
I want to say
Michael
hi
Fisk is in the park.
Yeah, he asked if I ever played drums, and that's a no. But he asked if I remembered the Rock on the other side of Spokane's border, and oh yeah, great place. The Rock Tavern, I was there.
Oh yeah.
Tiny Tony and the Statics, we played, you know. And Michael McKinnon said, "Have you seen One Night in Miami, Regina King's?"
No, I am looking forward to it. It's in my queue, as they say.
It recounts a gathering of Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, Cassius Clay, and Jim Brown in 1964.
Man, wouldn't you have loved to have been in that room with the then Cassius Clay? That's right, he was still Cassius at that point. And Sam Cooke Jim Brown, and Malcolm X. My goodness.
Deb Bulger is here.
Pardon me?
Deb Bulger.
Hi, Deb. Thank you for joining us. We want to thank again Deanie Gross out there, widow of Michael Gross. She was kind enough to make this wonderful clock. I'm going to switch cams so they can see it, Marilee. This is made. Tell them what it is, Marilee, because I'm not near the mic.
Oh, our friend Julie, she works with a gal named Deanie who made this, and she actually gave it to Julie and said, "Oh, Marilee needs to have this." So I want to thank Deanie and Julie.
And it's a clock made out of the original Bell Records 45 of Angel in the Morning. We want to thank her for her generosity on multiple fronts. So thank you, and for all of you who have been kind enough, those who prefer it in blue and white through all of the days of life, well on to thee in victory and strife. Isn't it sad when you remember your high school fight song?
Hail
I
to
knew
Shoreline alma mater, we hold our banner high.
Right, everybody take a second and sing your high school fight song for a second. Yusuf Islam. Mike Vandermeer was kind enough to type me in with Cat Stevens' last name. The former Cat Stevens' last name, Yusuf Islam. So our next song, Marilee, is a... I can't remember the last song we did. Did we just do...
Saturday
another
night.
Saturday night. Okay, we're going to throw in one more Billy Mack song, and then we're going to finish up with our Sam Cooke finale. And Marilee, you got a request? You got a Billy Mack request?
Oh, how about Back in Brooklyn?
Oh.
No?
No, I don't mind.
Well, I think it fits the period.
Okay. This is a song I wrote for Little Anthony of Little Anthony and the Imperials. And Anthony Gourdine, and I send this one out with the ultimate respect to he and the co-writers on the tune, Mr. Preston Glass and Anthony himself. This is recorded at Westlake Studio D, where they cut all those Michael Jackson records. When you're on the floor there, you have to go. And some wonderful talents came together on this. Philip Ingram was there to do the background singing. And Preston Glass just did an amazing job on it. And Miss Mbesi, the conductor and orchestra leader and arranger, just did an incredible job. And where we are tonight, we thank all of you who participated in that. This was a song that I wrote inspired by Little Anthony's biography, which had, I believe, a chapter title called Back in Brooklyn. So to Preston and Giovanni and Philip and all the gang who came together that afternoon to make it happen, and to my dear friend Linda Shelgren, because it was, as has happened with so many of the wonderful connections I've made, Linda Shelgren was the one who introduced me to Preston Glass, which led to the Little Anthony. And Linda was at the sessions that day, and it was a special day for all of us. I haven't sung this in a while, so I'm going to do my best, Marilee. Written about Little Anthony's days growing up as a doo-wop singer on the streets of Brooklyn. Oh, Marilee, I'm not sure I remember this. It was just a little corner store. Me and Ernest and the boys would stand out on the sidewalk and we'd harmonize. We would sing out Gloria, the song that told the story of. The girls would stand across the street and catch our eye. Such a long time ago, but in my mind it seemed like only yesterday. Oh, life took me away. I hope more young boys are singing yet today. Oh, back in Brooklyn, somebody just like me, somebody singing by the corner store. Back in Brooklyn, someone believes that there is something more. For no matter what I do, a part of me is back in Brooklyn too. Winter nights we'd sing our songs, the neighborhood would sing along. The high parts that I sang would echo down the street. Summer nights we'd gather near, the sun would let in our ears, and how we spent our nights enjoying that alone. Yeah, back in the day, I still hear the bass part and the melodies. Though life took me away, I'm forever grateful for the memories. Oh, back in Brooklyn, somebody's just like me, somebody's singing to the subway walls. Back in Brooklyn, somebody dreams the dream, someone believes that destiny is called. For no matter what I do, a part of me is back in Brooklyn too. It tells you what to go, but you know it's what it takes when you believe. No, I had to learn there's a part of you that never leaves. Stay back in Brooklyn, somebody's just like me, somebody singing in the project halls. Back in Brooklyn, somebody dreams the dream, someone believes that destiny has called. For no matter what I do, a part of me is back in Brooklyn too. A part of me is back in Brooklyn too.
You did it. You remembered it.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It was one of those incredibly hot, humid summer nights in New Orleans, Louisiana, in City Park Stadium. And because of the riot on the field that had ensued at a Beatles concert. The city fathers decided that the stadium was let me put this camera on. Stadium was a big horseshoe, and the bands would play at this end of the stadium. And everybody rushed onto the field for the Beatles show, so the city fathers decreed that the stage would be moved way deep, right in front of right across the cinder track, so that you could see the bands really close. And it was outdoors, and it was hot, and it was humid, and it was sweaty. And an English band called the Animals set the place on fire by opening with a Sam Cooke tune. And don't know how many people remember this record, but Otis Redding recut it. Shake! Shake! Shake, baby. Listen while I talk to you. Tell you what you're gonna do. Little thing that's going around. I tell you what you're putting down. Move your body all around and just shake. Shake. Oh, mama, just shake. Shake it like a bowl of soup. Make your body loop-de-loop. Put your hands right on your hips. Come on, let your backbone slip. Move your body like a whip and just shake. 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 Shake-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Shaking is the greatest thing. Oh, you know when we're on a swing, you just move on up. Everybody loop-de-loop. Shake it like a bowl of soup. Put your hand upon your hip. Go on and let your backbone slip. Move your body like a whip and just shake. Lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Shaking is the latest thing. Gonna let you wanna swing, you just and with the bound roll. Do it with a lot of soul. Come on, shake with all your might. If you do it right. Hold your body loose and light and just shake. Shake, just shake. Then you had to go. All right. Got to thank Liz for my Vocal Zone tablets. Don't forget, this Tuesday, every Tuesday is Good News Today. It is a release day for one of my new videos. This week, one of the tracks from my forthcoming CD, Crescent City Exile, was going to be the title track, but things change. And the song is simply called New Orleans, and one of the very first songs I actually ever wrote. Originally recorded it at Sea Saint Studios, Alan Toussaint, Marshall Sehorn's studio in New Orleans. Originally recorded in matter of fact, a lot of old Sea Saint tapes were just discovered at a garage sale in Los Angeles. So I got a few cuts in there. It is, of course, the last day of Black History Month. And we want to pay homage. I personally want to pay homage. My life was forever changed by growing up in New Orleans, because a lot of Irish kids didn't get to see what I saw, sing where I sang, played with the people I played with, be welcomed into the homes I was welcomed into. And I was not just changed by the music that was the soundtrack of Black History Month, going all the way to the literature, the poets, the painters, the great Leroy Jones, who wrote the wonderful treatise on the blues called Blues People. It was he who taught me to see the blues as a cultural triumph over adversity, which spawned the most original of American music's catalog. The call and response chants from the fields that eventually became the blues. But I was also influenced by the writers, the poets, Nicky Giovanni, Ralph Ellison, Marcus Garvey and the Harlem Renaissance of the late 20s, and James Baldwin, Malcolm X. We used to go downtown in New Orleans on Sundays and try and get the Nation of Islam guys to sell us Muhammad Speaks, sell us a bean pie. I just like the skinny white ties, the skinny black ties and the short sleeve black shirts. But the music in particular that was spawned from African American culture is central, integral to my life. And it will be an integral part of Sweet Soul Sundays. So every Sunday here will be Black History Month in a way. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do a little mashup on this next tune. Because of all the legacies for Sam to leave us before he died so young in 1964. That song, Shake, had a B-side. And we've been talking about B-sides all night leading up to this. The song written by Sam Cooke himself. He and his band were refused entrance to a whites-only hotel in Louisiana. That was the inspiration for this song. And I'm going to mix it up with an old spiritual because for me, my eye teeth, politically certainly, culturally, were cut in the civil rights marches of the Deep South. The Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, the Congress of Racial Equality, the Reverend Ralph Abernathy, people like Andrew Young, of course, Dr. King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Sam forever gave us something, an inestimable gift with his final record, because somebody turned that 45 over. I was born by a river in a little old tent, just like that old river. I've been rolling ever since. It's been that long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. It's been too hard living. I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. I go to the movies and I go downtown, somebody keep on telling me not to hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. I went down, see my brother. I said, brother, can you help me please? But he just ended up knocking me down on my knees. But we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. One fine day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand on that sweet day. Oh, dear, in Billy's heart, I do believe we'll walk hand in hand someday. There were times when I felt that I can't last for long. Now I think I got the strength to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yeah, yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I know. Whoa, I know. Said I know. Change gonna come. Peace out. We'll see you Tuesday on YouTube for our debut of the video of New Orleans. We'll see you next Friday for the Friday Night Billy Mack Show. I cannot thank you enough from the depths of my soul for tuning in tonight for this very special night for me. Talking about Sam Cooke, the music he wrote, and how I was influenced as a young singer, and to this day by Sam Cooke. So don't forget, tomorrow when you're in the shower, I want to hear, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right? And we'll see you next Friday night for, supposed to come up and go, for the Billy Mack Show. And thank you again to all of you who have chosen to make a donation and help this thing go on. Sweet Soul Sundays returns next Sunday. I wish you peace, joy, and happiness until then. To all my friends who have tuned in tonight, hung with, and those who have chipped in with both information and love, thank you. Miss Mary Lee, you want to say goodnight?
Thank you all for coming. And my brother, I want to say hi to my brother over in Lewiston. He's here tonight. And let me see. Oh, Susan Walker checked in.
Oh, my goodness. Southern Nights. We'll be doing that one on Friday, please.
Okay.
And then there will be an Alan Toussaint retrospective.
Tune in
On one of these souls. So till next week's Sweet Soul Sunday show. We'll see you then at 6 o'clock. We may move to 7 when the days get a little longer because it feels like daytime to me. So thank you so much. We love you. Peace. From Mayor Cam. And we'll see you next Sunday night for the 3rd edition of Sweet Soul Sundays. Sweet Soul Sunday, Sunday in the afternoon. Sweet Soul Sunday, sit and watch a rising moon. Time for us to sing a soulful tune. Sweet Soul Sunday, people, won't you come along? Sweet Soul Sunday, this is right where we belong. Here's our chance to sing a soulful song. Sweet, how very sweet it is, child. Just like I was.